Hello, welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Oweleka TV. My name is JIBRIN. I'm coming to you this day on an irregular segment. Um, I have a thought that I want to share about American politics and specifically about the polling around Donald Trump, the former President Donald Trump. There is this poll that all the probably media or journalists talks about, consistent polling of the possibility of Donald Trump being elected if convicted. As you all know, significant number of people are aware, people following the news issue, people following American politics, that Donald Trump is saddled with, is faced with a whole lot of criminal charges, running up to 90-something federal charges against him in court. We all know that all these charges, we all know what the foundation of these charges. They are baseless charges. They are, some of them are just legally going nowhere. And most of them, not just some, if not almost all of them, apart from the document issue, the, what is it called? Apart from the, what do you call it? Confidential document issue. So apart from that, that's just something that is even that I don't consider that to be, if not that it is a political issue. I don't consider that to be any viable legal issue because virtually almost a significant number of U.S. presidents all did the same thing. So Donald Trump is not different from that. In fact, some of them, not most of them, they did even worse than what Donald Trump did. So back to my thoughts on the poll. There are polls, not just there are polls that are, well, most of the polls, if not all, are consistently saying that if Donald Trump is convicted of any of these charges, that many of his voters, his supporters, will not vote for him. Now, I find this not making sense to me. I find this cynical somehow. I find this manipulative by the establishment. Why? Because Donald Trump started his popularity started, in fact, skyrocketed the moment all those charges were brought against him. The first charge, when it was announced, his poll went up. The second charge, the same thing. The fourth, the same thing. The poll came, and at every point that these charges, new charges were placed against him, his poll numbers always went up. And at this moment, his poll numbers are unprecedented. Unprecedented. He's beating Joe Biden nationally and in all swing states, beating him hands down. He is, as a Republican candidate, everybody knows what he's just hammering everybody. He's cruising, he's just freely cruising up to the nomination. Everyone there, of course, that's why the powers that be, the establishment are just trying to use this poll to manipulate the whole system. So because they already see him as a candidate, and they see him already. They already see him winning the election, and now that brings me back to the poll. Now, what doesn't make sense to me is this. My thought is this about this poll. When he started being indicted of all these charges and this charge taken to court of all these charges from the beginning up to this moment that we are speaking with you. I'm speaking with you. I'm speaking to you rather, sorry. The poll has been consistently going up. Consistently, the more the charge, the more the poll, the higher the poll. The more the charge, the higher the poll. The higher the number of charges, the higher the poll. And that is an indication that people already, his supporters are aware that this is not prosecution, this is persecution. It is persecution. They are aware that these are just phantom charges. They are aware that these are fictitious charges. They are aware that these are political charges. They are aware that these are cynical charges, mischievous charges. They are aware that the establishment are just after Donald Trump. And that is why, that is what makes sense to me. That is the reason why the polls keeps going up, skyrocketing. At this moment, it's unprecedented. So that is the point. Now, but there are polls, several polls, consistently coming out to say that voters being polled, that were polled, that said most. They say most of them, though. That's the I call it a lie being peddled around. That if Donald Trump is convicted, he will not. They will not vote for him. In a nutshell, he will lose the election. If he's convicted, those who are supporting him right now will not vote for him. Now, it doesn't make sense to me, because if I am, let me use myself as an example. If I'm supporting someone, a candidate that I'm aware that every charge, all the charges that are placed against him were either manufactured or political or baseless, what difference will it make to me if this person is convicted? It makes no difference. In the first place, I already thought that this whole thing, the foundation of these cases are phantom. The foundation of these cases is phantom. That is just the truth. So I'm aware of that. Yet I'm aware of all these charges against him. Yet I am supporting him. I'm supporting him because I am aware. I know, not think. I know that now I'm just assuming myself to. I'm just a kind of assuming myself to be all Donald Trump supporters. So I'm using myself as the entire Donald Trump supporters. Now, I know this man has not done all these things, and whatever that they have whatever charges, all the charges brought against him are not real charges. They are not true. They are all lies. The foundation is a phantom foundation. It is political. It is persecution, not prosecution. So since I'm aware of that, so what difference will it make to me if this man eventually, the same people I suspect, I know, not even suspect, I know are against him for scrupulous or fictitious or personal reasons, not objective reasons. Now, these same people convict him of either all or either any of the crimes, which makes him, by default, makes him a felon. Why wouldn't I still go ahead to vote for this man when I'm already aware, I know everything behind these charges, the insincerity, the untruthfulness, the falsehood behind these charges, all these charges? Why wouldn't I go if I'm supporting him when these charges are brought or were brought against him? Why wouldn't I support him even after he's convicted? This is what makes sense to me. So that poll, I think I see, I sense that all those polls that are polling against Donald Trump in the event that he is convicted on any of these charges, all those polls, I think someone and some people are manipulating the system using that poll. And as a result, the establishment will want to go ahead. They just want some people somewhere just need the establishment, the corrupt establishment, which is not just limited to Democrats. We have the Republicans that hate Donald Trump like no man's business. So the establishment, they just want to spur or a kind of compel the establishment to rein in a conviction against Donald Trump. That is just it. And I bet you, even if Donald Trump is convicted, his supporters, the same supporters who are supporting him now, who already know, who knew and still knows that all the charges against him are all political, these same supporters will still stand by him, even if he's convicted, even if he's in prison, as long as the US Constitution does not deprive, does not restrict or limit a felon or whatever, or anybody that is convicted according to their constitution, he can be convicted and still be elected as a president. And so that is it. What a constitution! That constitution you get as that's such. And so honestly, even though it suits the current situation, that part of the constitution is amazing to me. Honestly, I don't know what adjective to actually use on such irony, honestly. So, but that is the point. My thought is, if these people, the supporters of Donald Trump, are behind him solidly, even when all these 90-something charges have been placed on him, they will still remain with him, unflinchingly remain with him, even if he is convicted. And that is my thought. So no one should come and tell me those people who are with him right now, who are unflinchingly with him right now, will switch when he gets convicted. That's not true. That's not true. He will get convicted. Even if he gets convicted, Donald Trump will still head to the election, and these same people will vote for him, and he will win. I see him cruising to victory, and that is my thought. Thank you once again for watching this and listening to my thoughts. Please join me again on contents like this. My name is Jibrin, and this is JIBRIN Angle on Oweleke TV. Remain blessed.